What up, my nerds? I'm Riccardo, the Roleplay Gamer, and I like to party. Welcome back to Stellaris. Every time I hit record, I get excited. This game. So I actually played two separate campaigns last night. One was a hive mind, and one was I was trying to do like a super corporate sort of empire kind of thing, but not really. And, you know, there's some interesting stuff going on there. There's just so much variation in this game. Hive mind was interesting. I still haven't wrapped my head around exactly how you play as a hive mind, how that works. But in the other game, I actually came across Sol, which is the first time I've done this. And for those of you who don't know, when you come across Sol, which is our system, you actually see Earth, and it's modeled properly, where you can see the countries, Africa and America and all that sort of stuff. And then it sort of randomizes where in time you come across Sol, and then like what's happened to humans. It can happen before, you know, modern society, or way after. It's like it's really cool. Anyway, so what have we got here? An unusually deliberate geometric configuration of minerals drifts through the debris belt by Z13761 and is possibly of alien origin. Let's research it. So we're in danger of being boxed in a little bit here. So where are we going to go? Probably, I mean, we've got options. We absolutely have options. We just need to figure out where we're going. Also, I think I've sussed out what sound I want these guys to make. It's the sort of thing, you know, that classic alien kind of creepiness, the clicking and whatnot. Also, we're in 1080p, I hope, if nothing's gone wrong. So, yeah, we'll talk more about that later. Alright, so what are we doing here? We need to colonize. We absolutely need to colonize, because damn. So it might be worth just rounding out our resources a little bit, using our construction ship here to sort of up our income, rather than just waiting around and you know, saving rather, you know, because an income is more valuable than a lump sum of money, make no mistake. Science Officer Monarch Tauros has issued a report indicating that they are none too pleased having been ordered to study that might be ZI 376-1, where they have found nothing of interest. Listen, they can just suck it up, baby. This is the Grand Slyth Empire. You know? No one gets the assignment they asked for. That's how this works. Alright, what do we got going here? Alright, so these ones are not being surveyed yet. Also, I played around with wormhole technology last night, and it's really cool. Actually, I think I prefer it to the phase lanes, or whatever they call hyperspace, or whatever it is. Warp, of course, is the easiest. I absolutely dislike hyperspace, and wormholes is pretty cool. So the premise with wormholes, for those of you who don't know, is you build a central wormhole generator, and it's a pretty large radius. It's kind of like that, maybe a little bit bigger, maybe not. And you can jump to any one of those systems within the radius, but it's got to be from the system that has the wormhole generator. So I think it's a lot faster than all the other methods, but you got to go back and forth. But you know, it is faster, so it doesn't really matter. It's pretty cool. So you sort of got to like stake out territory as you go. It's a little bit more difficult, but certainly allows you to do some cool things. So you've essentially got like a central world sort of thing, where you can keep your fleet, and it's like boom, they can really quickly get to where they need to within the radius. Okay, let's speed up time a little bit here. I really want to colonize. So we're probably going to colonize Bartazek first, and we've got to name another system. Maybe Rixum is going to be named after, you know, the next one in priority would be Kaluga. You know, judging by my, you know, my patron list here, but I know for a fact that he will be totally fine, sort of giving up his priority in the queue for the next one down. He's just a sweet man that wants to help out. That's what he's about. So that's what we'll do. So next up, Christopher Byler. So we might call the next system Byler, which I'm totally okay with. That sounds very sci-fi and beautiful. All right, Triple C4906 has been partially hollowed out and carved with exquisite precision. There is something familiar about the lines and curves etched into the rock. You're damn right there is. Okay, so let's head to Rixum right now and do some renaming. Bylar. The Bylar system. Bylar system. Bylar system. Why not? Why not? One of these things. Okay, so we absolutely have enough enough resources to colonize, so let's figure out which one. Let's actually, I'm going to try and make a concerted effort to actually use the expansion planner here. So what would be our priority right now? I really would love minerals, so that we can really get like our fleet production into overdrive, which is something we should be focusing on probably sooner than we have, like sooner than now. You know, Bylar 3 is going to give us a lot of food. Do we need that? We might end up, I think we might just go for Bylar 3 anyway, because it's got the most minerals. Regardless, you know. It's a tough world. You know, we're going to have to do a lot of... See, we don't really have the technology for that sort of stuff, though. That's the only problem. We've got 6, 7 available straight off the bat, minerals, as opposed to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Bylar 3 it is then. Let's go colonizing. So I think I'm kind of a knob in that I keep meaning to check, but I'm still not 100% sure what happens in terms of resources. So let's make a concerted effort to sort of scope out the situation here. Hold on, buddy. So you do get like some, I think, research or something when you put down the, you know, the main colony building, but I want to know what happens to the existing one. So take note, we've got 1 food there, and we're going to put this down here, hoping for an adjacency bonus with that particular mineral deposit. Bylar Prime. Let's do it. Okay, most of the asteroid has been laser chiseled. So hang on. First, I need to make a concerted effort to actually like showcase where we are. Beautiful. Okay, most of the asteroid has been laser chiseled with great precision into the likeness of a small Slyth temple or large shrine. Whoa, a shrine to the untold, the great destroyer deity of old Slyth faiths. The temple has been tumbling through the quiet of space for far longer than we have been capable of spaceflight, which is disturbing at best. Now we're going to do the voice. Terrifying at worst. Naturally, Science Officer Monarch Tauros urges us to search for more stellar objects that match the characteristics of this space temple, and has uploaded a list of likely candidates in nearby systems to the situation log. Okay. So let's roleplay this shit. So the Slyth are not spiritual. I haven't chosen that trait for them, I'm pretty sure, though I was tempted to do so. But if there's sort of like an analog to the Sith, I feel like they do have a strong connection to their past and a strong tradition that they will be interested in finding out. So even in the interest of perhaps unlocking power that they didn't know they had, maybe, then we are going to go looking for these other temples. And make no mistake, this is highly likely to be the destroyer god, God Ross, Bob Ross, our Lord and Savior. Okay, so this is another world that I would love to secure. So I'm actually going to make a bold statement and maybe put down an outpost there, because I don't want to let that fall into enemy hands. And it's getting to that point, you know. So how much is that? We're very, very close. A large amount of ship debris can be found in orbit around this planet, possibly the remnants of some kind of massive fleet action. Around here. Okay, okay. Let's hope the good construction ship truck VM gets there in time. It should do. Hopefully. We've got unemployed somewhere. Old message. probably an old message, but we do have the ability to upgrade here. Not before we get this frontier outpost down. And make no mistake, once we colonize, then we're gonna remove the frontier outpost. It's no longer needed. Good. Okay. Excellent. We need to secure our birthright. We got a science ship not doing a whole lot. Okay, this was the... Okay, right. This was a science ship that was off doing... Yeah, the extinction event sort of stuff. Was this one up here? Research project. Survey. And we've also got a pirate station here, which we will get rid of straight off the bat. Can we get there? Okay. Good, good. Let me just take a sip of my water here. Refreshing. Okay. There is clear evidence that a massive space battle took place in close orbit around Brachium 5 at some point in the last 5,000 years. The surface on one side of the planet is pockmarked with craters from stray weapons blasts, and scans from the SSI Kaltumon has picked up several hulks on the ground. Though these wrecked ships are all in very poor condition, the fact that anything remains at all after the damage they must have sustained is a testament to their advanced design. Science Officer Von Viss is preparing an expedition to sift through these derelict hulls for any valuable technologies. Splendid. That could be very valuable. Excuse me, you piece of shit? They just beat us to it! I swear to Christ, these guys are gonna regret it. We're declaring them our rival for sure. Okay. What a waste of time. Jesus H. Christ. Alright. So, to that end, let's just upgrade our mines and it should be fine. Our food is okay. I'm not at the point where I'm really hankering to upgrade our food, but I will build a couple of corvettes. Cool. This is going to be dealt with swiftly. It's not even going to be a problem. And we've lost the construction ship because it's behind enemy lines. Okay. Fine. So, how are we going in terms of that colony ship? We're getting there. Let's have a look at our... We've got closed borders with these guys over here. That's fine. We have declared them our rival. I wouldn't expect anything less from them. But they will rue the day. Let me tell you about that. So they're gonna rue it real hard. Okay, slave army and slave processing facility is absolutely something we want to get involved with. Propaganda broadcast would also be cool for the sake of the monthly influence, but our influence is actually reasonably good considering it's fairly early game. So I will go slave army. This is going to, well, it's going to reduce unrest and boost our food and mineral output for our slaves, which is pretty cool. That's absolutely going to be helpful for us. And the more whips in our empire, the better. To be perfectly honest with you. Look, listen. It was probably a shitty planet anyway. It was probably a shitty planet. I don't want anything to do with it. Look, once we take them over, we're gonna take that. They're gonna take that planet back, and we're gonna enslave those plant bastards, and it'll be fine. Okay, so let's go head in here. Calm down. Calm down, sir. We are receiving a weak signal from the surface of this planet. The source appears to be some kind of tracking beacon. Some kind of tracking beacon. Okay. Okay. New research? Research assist deflectors. Let's strengthen our fleet. Because what did I say at the beginning? I didn't want a huge fleet, but I wanted a powerful one. So I think it's very soon. We got to fix up our power. I wonder what's happened to it there. We've got to fix that up, and then I think we're going to focus a little more on research structures. Alright, the first Dominator fleet has destroyed a pirate station in the Mirror system and recovered its strong room module. Excellent. Beautiful. Okay. So this science ship is then going to come down here. Which one is this? Monarch Taurus of the ship Jal Imakun? Can never decide how to pronounce that. And then I think we're Mount Graveyard Expedition. Let me just double check the situation log. Is that everything for mass extinction? Go to... Oh no, it's over there. That's something else. Okay. Well, once he's done with that, we'll redirect him. It'll be fine. Life on the now barren planet was sadly doomed from the start. Let's have a look. Okay, here we are. Here we are. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. As if by some cruel stellar conspiracy, the dominant species on the planet barely had time to awaken to sapience and invent agriculture before, through unfortunate geological mechanisms, the Earth started turning sour. Ooh. Samples from lower soil strata and the fossilized remains of the creatures that once roamed the planet show that several vital materials needed to rejuvenate the soil ended up, through their largely agricultural diet, in the endoskeletons of the native beings. This is so loquacious. Their bones were prone to fossilize rather than decay, and their very existence exhausted the fragile ecosystem they inhabited, leaving it permanently transformed in the wake of their passing. Ooh. That's like wholly unfortunate. So what? The minerals needed to rejuvenate the soil were part of the natives' diet, and also caused their bones to fossilize instead of decompose, so they never got back into the soil. That's cruel. That's cruel as fuck. Okay. Let's keep going here. And how much more? Oh, we got plenty of space for more corvettes. These are only worth 1 ship size each, so, you know, we've got up to 14. We can build another one of those. Our colony ship has gently touched down on the snowfields of Bilo Prime, in a deep valley near the equator. The landing site nestled within a large mountain chain and is well protected from the elements. The ship has been permanently converted into the administrative headquarters of the new settlement, and its reactor core is in the process of being removed so that it may serve as the colony's temporary power source. Hundreds of small tents and prefab shelters have sprung up around the former starship's massive hull as colonists begin to disembark in large numbers. The first Slyth city on an alien world. A great day for the Slyth Star Imperium, baby! It's all happening! It's beautiful! I hope you don't find this voice annoying. A small short-range transmission has been located on the surface of Brachium 3. It appears to be an ancient survey marker placed here eons ago to mark a large deposit of precious metals. The miners it was meant for evidently never arrived, as the deposit is still here. Fantastic. Where is that? 4? Not bad. Whoa! Whoa! We need to get our hands on that. Okay. So how are we going here? We just... What are we doing with this guy? That's the Dominator fleet? Hold on. Oh, up here. That's where I'm looking. Whoops. Okay, so let's do the system survey there, and then we'll grab that research project, and I think then we're going to be done with the extinction event, which is fantastic. The Slyth Empire will live on. I love it. We still haven't got a leader for our fleet, which I think we're going to do right now. Weapons range, absolutely. Admiral von Mikon, or Mikon, if you will, however you like. It's a beautiful thing. Come back home and repair, baby. So we've got our first colony here at Bilo Prime. This is probably going to be, you know, one of our, what do you call them? Core worlds, right? So still I'm not 100% sure how it's meant to be done, but the way I've been playing is I've got, you know, however many core worlds I can sustain, you know, in the core. They're very much, you know, just here, and I manage them myself. And then, like, if, for example, if we had a colony out here, then that would be turned into a sector and it would deal with itself. Now, I'm sure there are other ways to handle it, like I could turn that into a sector. Bilo could be its own sector, and then I could manage that. I don't know. I think what would be cool is if in a sector you could designate the capital planet of the sector to be managed, and then everything else within the sector handles itself. That would have been cool too. But that's not how it goes. Okay, we don't need robots because we've got slaves. So what's this resource going to give us? Kinetic weapon damage. We don't have kinetic weapons. I'm pretty sure because I've played a few campaigns afterwards, I'm a little confused as to what I've done. But we could go for the engineering facility. Let's do the engineering facility instead. I suppose it suits our research focus a little better, right? Okay, and then maybe here we'll grab those sort of research points there. Power is not good. This is something we need to sort out, and we can't do it here because we're pretty much all full up. Maybe Bilo Prime will be our Lord and Savior. Maybe not. So the reassemble ship, so it looks like it removes whatever bonus was there, so it's probably better to, I mean, I suppose there's a balance between destroying as few resources as possible while also, you know, giving the adjacency bonus. Anyway. Okay, we are receiving a weak signal from the surface of this planet. The source appears to be some kind of tracking beacon. Where is that? Epsilon Eridani 1? All the way over there? Okay. Let's do what needs to be done over there. Cool. So what have we got in terms of our science ship meta here? I think I almost want to go more science ships so I can just expand and find these planets, because there are habitable worlds out there and I need to know where they are so that we can secure them early and we don't end up with this sort of situation again. So primarily I'm interested in this area and this area as prime candidates for expansion. So maybe once the fleet here is done, because we are going to find the planets, we don't need a science ship. We need the science ship to survey the system, but we can use our first Dominator fleet to actually scout out the planets for us. Shouldn't be a problem. Okay, a small short-range transmission has been located on the surface of Epsilon Eridani 1. It appears to be an ancient survey marker, placed here eons ago to mark a large deposit of precious metals. The miners it was meant for evidently never arrived. Okay, another, also basically the same deal, but we got more minerals. That's fantastic. So we do want to like expand into here as well. If that means we have to put down a post thingy, that's acceptable. You know? Let's just crisscross across the whole map here. I want to know what's here. There's a lot of minerals there. We actually have the potential to get our mineral production like into overdrive here. And it shouldn't take too much. I mean, right here, which we're probably going to encompass pretty soon, as a matter of just Bilo Prime increasing its borders, which is going to be fantastic. Let's speed up a scooch. We'll slow down a scooch. A Class 12 asteroid orbits this planet. The small planetoid orbit appears far too stable for its presence to be a natural occurrence. Ooh. That's not a moon, baby. Listen, that's not a moon, but it is a screenshot. I'll take it. I'll take it. Okay. How we going? Boiler is about halfway done. How's our construction ship doing? Okay. Alrighty. We're getting there, you know, our Dominator fleet, hopefully he's going to pick something up, you know, even if it's, I don't know, but I was going to say even if it's a yellow world, so it's not like really great, but at least a means of expanding our territory. I don't know. I don't know if that's even worth it. For some reason, someone has towed an asteroid into a stable orbit around Wyprid 1. The massive engine sections and braking thrusters can still be found on the surface, although they have long since been rendered inoperable. Whoever did this also mined the asteroid for minerals, but these operations were seemingly abandoned shortly after they began. Interesting. Fascinating. Oops, no, I meant to go to that, but I didn't. Anyway, where was that? Which system was it? I imagine it would be... Oh, here it is. That's where it was. Okay, so we're getting engineering research from there. What in the world? Pirate fleet. No. No, I don't like that. Already, pirate fleets are more powerful than us. We've got an offer here. Research agreement either side. I would like to see... What? Oh, God, so many aliens. Get out of here, buddy. What's their equivalent in research? So, I mean, we're not going to be giving each other much, but it could be decent. No. Okay, we're going to roleplay this, right? I got to keep reminding myself. We're going to roleplay this. That's the point of it. The Slyth Star Imperium accepts help from no one, and they give help to no one. Alright? We would like to negotiate a trade with your nation. Are these terms acceptable to your government? No, they are not. No, shit! What did I... No, I didn't mean... No! Hold on, I didn't mean to do that. I wanted to do the other one. Can I cancel it? I can't. Damn it! Alright. How do we explain this? Administration error. Some poor Slyth, like, bureaucrat ticked the wrong box. That's what's happened here. It's fine. Don't worry about it. He's gonna get flogged, probably sold into slavery. It's fine. Okay. Are we rivals with these guys or what? They still like us. That's wrong. No, we're closing our borders to them. I don't want anything to do with this shit. We have encountered some form of alien vessel in this Siabalia system. These strange objects have been flagged as Zeta Menace. Okay. Proceed with caution. Where are they? Oh, they're crystal bastards. I don't need to research them. They're not like super hard in that I feel like relatively soon we're going to be able to deal with them, but we've certainly got an issue of, I'm seeing like there's probably going to be a lot of hostiles over here, so maybe our best bet is this direction, but we'll see how we go. Borders have been closed. Beautiful. Okay, how's our construction work doing? Energy is the word of the day. I don't know what that means. Energy. So there's no way to get energy over here. I mean, it's also because we're colonizing, it's sucking up our energy, but we should have a surplus. I mean, we've got a backlog, but I want a surplus of income. Following her recent sensor sweep of the Busim system, Admiral von Mikon has learned how to deploy her units to maximize their sensor range. Few fleet commanders possess the skill to carry out such complex maneuvers. That's pretty cool. That, to me, that says I'm using the fleet the way it should be used, you know? As a scout, a vanguard, if you will. The science ships aren't the front line of our exploration fleet. They're the guys who come in later and sort of like mop up and sort things out. An unnatural shift. Hang on, we gotta see where this is. Okay. Where is it? Up here? Beautiful. Okay. Yes, it's beautiful. An unnatural shift in the atmosphere's chemical makeup resulted in the slow but irreversible onset of an ice age, one that began before the formation of the Slyth Star Imperium and is likely to persist long after our passing. The exact cause remains unknown, but probable explanations include failed terraforming attempts or even intraplanetary terrorism. Some of the more radical elements within the scientific community on Oxenac suggest that the dramatic climate shift may have been brought on by the unchecked emission of gaseous industrial byproduct into the atmosphere. This view is confined to the scientific fringe, and it is unlikely that any race intelligent enough to achieve full industrialization would be stupid enough to accidentally wipe themselves out. I'm going to leave that one alone. I'm not even touching that. Okay, while the research expedition often yields unexpected results, Slyth scientists now have access to an unprecedented wealth of data, if you will, with which to accurately model the future of Oxenac. Initial reports suggest that Oxenac will be in no real danger for at least a dozen generations, save from freak cosmic events or the violent collapse of the Slyth Star Imperium. Yeah, well, we're fine then. What are you worrying about? Okay, what else can we learn from these planets? The Slyth people will be put at ease. Make the planetary data public. No, what else can we learn from these planets? And we're certainly not making them public, because that's not what the Slyth Star Imperium is about. It's about consolidating absolute power, okay? So we're not going to misclick like we did last time and screw everything up. What else can we learn? While the data regarding the star systems as a whole was somewhat spotty, the detailed studies of individual planets has allowed the Slyth Star Imperium to extrapolate complete survey data from the systems in question. Cool. Okay. That's cool. So we didn't need to survey them, is that right? What a waste of time. Okay, we've established a colony on Byla. Now, as much as I'd love to survey all this, I think I'm going to prioritize just moving through here to see if we have any planets, and then we're going to go back and survey. I mean, it's not a great situation in that there's this kind of gap here there's nothing in there, but you never know. We might find a planet, and we might come across a treasure trove of shit. Science Officer Perek Tisala has leveled up and gained the trait Expert Statecraft. Okay, listen, I'm gonna stop with a voice unless it's a big monologue sort of thing. We don't need to do that. I'm getting into the zone of it, right? And it's taking me over. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Shh, shh, it's okay. Shh. Okay, Byla Prime. We can't build any of this shit. I mean, we're still our energy is stable, at least, you know. Impressive structures litter a small area on the surface of Sal 4, practically begging for some archaeological work. Yep. You beg, I deliver. RPG go deliver to ya. Okay. RPG go give it to ya. It's a beautiful thing. So, look, at least we've colonized. How's Bartazek looking in terms of energy? It's absolute trash. I'm sorry. I mean, decent enough minerals, but otherwise. We've encountered some form of alien vessel in the Lawam system. These strange objects have been flagged as Lawam until we can learn more about them. What's going on? Move it, buddy. I guess we'll see in a second. The SSI Jal Lawfun has entered the Lawam system, and its crew report that a stellar object not unlike the Shrine to the Untold is indeed orbiting the star. Oh, the Shrine. Stellar Shrine? Hold on. We need someone on this right away. Lawam. Over here? So that's the... Okay. Over there. I want to get... So... The Kaltumon is absolutely going to get over here and do this research project, because I want to know about this shrine, absolutely. The first Dominator fleet has found nothing as of yet. Let's keep going. Okay. Good. And I think I'm going to leave it there. We'll get a nice, hot, dank view of Bila Prime and new pride and joy. And Seat of Power. No, listen, that's Oxenac. Let's not get too excited, but that's a very nice spinning globe we got there. Make no mistake. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Taste the game, be excellent to each other, and I'll see you next time. Roleplay Gamer, out.